Hello, Earth Signs. Welcome to your daily focus tarot for Sunday. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of trouble staying awake tonight. So, Ace of Pentacles came in sideways. In the upright, in the reverse, this is like creative block, stagnancy. It's a block in your finances, delayed action in terms of like being able to buy a house or a car or start your new job, that type of thing. In the upright, it's being reborn out of the ashes. It's being able to take flight with your ideas, having that ability to manifest and create, starting a new cycle in terms of your manifestation and creation. So like a new house, a new car, a new job, a new way of creating abundance for yourself in the physical world. With it being sideways, you're kind of in between those two, right? And I know a lot of people don't read sideways, but I always ask if it's supposed to be sideways or upright or upside down, in the reverse. So it's supposed to be sideways. And the funny thing is, if you look at this Ace of Pentacles, when it's sideways, it's pointing towards this path. It's literally pointing towards where the path takes a zigzag. The path is going straight, and then it goes through, and then takes a nice little curve. Like it literally does a very sharp to the side, but then it curves gently. Right, so the clarifiers for the Ace of Pentacles, 3 of Cups and 7 of Swords. This 3 of Cups I read as destiny, the fates. Because they're coming out of the primordial waters, they've got this golden scarf, this golden thread. So this card traditionally is read as card of community, working in the community, working with other people, and then that collaboration bringing about a celebration, something to celebrate. And then we have 7 of Swords. So this 7 of Swords I look at in the negative meaning. Air signs also got 7 of Swords, but they got it from the Druidcraft. So the way I look at them, they have like 2 different meanings. This particular 7 of Swords, this is somebody getting away with something. This is somebody in the workplace or somebody who you're collaborating with, or even in your community. They're a thief, they're a gossiper, they're, blaming other people for stuff that they've done. And they're doing that in order to keep from being fired, right? Like maybe they've gotten so many warnings already that their job is on the line, and they're actually preventing you from having this celebration, from having this new abundant beginning, because they're getting away with this stuff. They're lying about it. They're cheating. They're, doing what they shouldn't be. Maybe they've got their hand in the till. Whatever's going on, this person is a real problem, right? And they're affecting your ability to work in a community and have a celebration. They're affecting your ability to have this new abundant beginning, this rise from the ashes. The other card that came out for you to focus on today was the 3 of Wands. And the 3 of Wands is like the 2, it's a pathfinding card. It's looking for new growth, new expansion, a new path in terms of what you want to do with your life. It's looking for where you're going to go next, basically. And the clarifier for it was the Three of Swords. This is a card of betrayal, especially with Seven of Swords here. This is somebody in the community who's harmed you. You know, they've literally stabbed you in the heart 3 times. You've got 3 of Wands and 3 of Swords, and I don't usually pay attention to the 3 in the 3 of Swords. I pay more attention to, like, the swords are cutting thoughts. They're having the ability to balance 2 aspects, 2 thoughts, to some books say balance good and evil, right? And wands are all about spirituality and growth. So I usually don't pay attention to that there's 3 swords there. But there are 3 swords, and the way that they're... Have you ever seen like one of those little easels that like the little mini paintings sit on? That's what the way the swords, the tips are coming out, because if you look at the tips aren't very pointed or very sharp. They're not as, like, you can clearly see the divination line right here where the top of the metal would be for the 2 halves, where it's been sharpened and honed down at the edges. And then here you can see it. If I kind of mess with it, you can kind of see that, you know, there's nicks on this one, right? And this one still has the edge, but when I put it like this, you can't see it, right? You can't see. You can see that there's that middle there, that middle ridge, but here you can't. So these kind of look like these 3 points coming out of the heart. They kind of, and because they're not like this one, it's in the heart. You can see the heart around it. Same with these 2. And these are almost like 2 eyes and a mouth, right? And like wings inside the heart going up. So, like, to me, these tips in this particular 3 of Swords in the heart, it's not only betrayal, but it's like they put your heart on display. It's like this is one of those little easels that those mini paintings sit on. And your heart, the way that it was broken was very public, and it was put on display. Now, the wider design on here, and on a lot of cards in this deck, it's a keyhole, right? It's an entry. This could be somebody looking at your broken heart and seeing it and seeing how you were betrayed. Like they're looking into you and they're looking at what happened. Or it can be that this broken heart, because it's in the center of the keyhole, the broken heart in this betrayal is the key to moving on, to opening the door, to unlocking this 3 of Wands and this new path. Like you're choosing to go on a new path, and you're choosing to go towards abundance because of this betrayal, because of this heartbreak. This person who's not who they say they are, they're not, you know, what they say they are. They're doing stuff they shouldn't be. And then we have one step at a time. Lots of little steps make big dreams come true. So this particular card, I don't remember. This card I've gotten once before. I don't remember who it was for, if it was for you or not. This card, it's got the henge right here with the fire in the middle. So this is talking about, because the henges are talking about the solstices. So the balance between light and dark, the balance between night and day. And with the fire in the middle, it's like the rebirth. It's the beginning. It's like the fire In the Ace of Pentacles, this is, spring. This is awakening to abundance with the bear coming out of the earth here. And the Pegasus, or if you want to think of it as a phoenix here, rising from this fire up into this golden pentacle, echoing the sun. So echoing creativity, echoing growth and abundance. And then you have the purple and the blue, so the spiritual, the communication, the higher realms and abilities. So these two cards are almost echoing each other with the stones here. It's telling you to be careful where you're stepping. Be careful what you are doing and how you are doing it. Even though you want to be on this new path and you want to focus on this new path, not the heartbreak, this person here who's messing with, the community, who's messing with the collaboration in your Ace of Pentacles, this person here could still be trying to mess you up. Even though they've done their worst damage, they could still be at it. So at the bottom of the Ethereal Visions, we have the Three of Wands in the other deck. So we have 2 Three of Wands, right? Here it's a road, the darker woods, and the sunnier fields. Here you can see it meanders a lot more. He's on top of the solid mountain, right? And he's got one wand in his hand. He's got the 2 leaning here, whereas here the wands are growing and they show new buds, right? But they're both about finding your new path, surveying the land, looking at where you want to go and how you want to get there, and then taking that path, starting on that journey. Underneath that, we have inner strength. We have, the ability to take this heartbreak, take these actions by this person, this unscrupulous person, and put them in a perspective to where you can move on with this double Three of Wands. You can move on in your life because you have this strength. You have this ability to put this in perspective and then put it behind you. And underneath that, we have the Hermit, which is the card of going inside, listening to your higher self to find your path, and then making your own path. So it's very much like Three of Wands and the Chariot, which is all about having the strength and the willpower to bring about your own sun, to pull your own sun in, to pull your own creativity, your own life and new growth in. And at the bottom of the Druidcraft, we have the sun. We have the new start, the rebirth, the coming out of the darkness, coming out of this heartbreak, out of this, person who's doing you dirty, and coming out of that and now having a fresh start, having new growth, having the ability to move on and not being tainted by this. I mean, you look and the sun is this child's head, or it's right behind this child's head, and it looks like he's got a halo with these God rays, with these star rays shooting out, right? So this is the new start, this is the wish, this is the growth, and you achieve it through your strength and through your ability to think about this, to reframe it and think about it in a different way. Have a great rest of your Sunday. I hope this made sense to you and you can, figure out your new path. I'll see you tomorrow.